Hello, today I'm sharing with you the best eye products that I discovered in 2020. This includes eyeshadow palettes, some cream shadows, eyeliner, mascara, and brows. Now, I discovered a lot of great products in 2020, so it took a lot for something to make it into my best of beauty videos because I'm trying to limit each category to only like 3 to 4 products. Now, some only have one product in them. One of those categories is in this video because I just only found one product that I loved in 2020. And now you may remember me saying I love something during the year. It doesn't mean I don't like it if it didn't make it in these videos. It just means I'm being super selective about my best of the best products. So let's go ahead and get into it. But first, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. If you love everyday beauty made easy, that's what my channel is all about. I would love it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button before the end of this video. All right, let's go ahead and get into all of these fantastic eye products that I found in 2020. Now, I discovered some great mascaras in 2020, but these two really stand out above the other ones that I really do like. I just have been using these consistently since I discovered them for different reasons. So this first one is the Bare Minerals Strength and Length Serum Infused Mascara. This actually holds my curl and it's not a waterproof formula. It's got a really weird looking wand that's based on a paddle hairbrush. I can build a lot of volume and length without even wiggling the brush back and forth like you usually need to do. I just take it right at the base and just kind of curve it this way and out. Now you can flip it to the opposite side and build even more volume that way, and you can use the edges to do your lower lashes and to get the corners. It's just a very functional little odd looking brush, and the lash serum is plant-based, which I really like. My eyes never get irritated, my lashes feel nice and soft, and they always look really nice and full, and I like it for a nice everyday mascara. It does give me nice fullness, but it's not unrealistic fullness that I have to, comb through and get clumps out. It's really great mascara that I'm so glad I discovered because I actually feel like it's doing something good for my lashes. So the next one is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes. I wasn't expecting to like this because I have not had good luck with Charlotte Tilbury mascaras until this one. First of all, this tube is a really substantial tube. It's got some heft to it. It's kind of luxurious feeling, I guess. It's also got a weird kind of diamond shaped wand to it that, again, you can build volume if you hold it flat and you get the length by combing the sides through it. I get a lot of volume and length with this mascara. Now, I was really surprised that Bare Minerals held my curl without being a waterproof formula because I have stick straight lashes. They're very wimpy. They're invisible. I have to use a curler, and I usually have to do a light layer of waterproof before I go in with any kind of volume building or thickening regular mascara. That's the only way my lashes usually hold a curl, unless I find just a really great gem that allows them to hold the curl. This one is a little heavy because it's so volumizing. It does flatten out my curl a little bit. So I do need to go in with a really thin layer of waterproof first, and then I can go in with as much of this as I want and really build. I mean, I can get full lashes. I can get almost fake looking lashes that aren't clumpy looking, and that's why I love this. I already have another tube in backup. I mean, this is good. I have an entire video on one and done eyeshadows. I love wearing them. They're super easy and effortless on a day-to-day basis. And so I have 3 shades here that I discovered in 2020 that stand out to me as just being a little bit different. I just love them. So this is one that I have worn probably more than any this year. And this is the Giorgio Armani Eye Tint in Rose Gold. I think it's number 44. Yes, 44. So I love this formula anyway. It glides on easily and it doesn't dry down crinkly or look all dry looking or texture emphasizing. It's just a really beautiful formula. I've talked about cold copper here a ton on my channel. I picked this up on a whim, I don't know, really early in the year. I'm so glad I did because it's the perfect rose gold shade that I just love spreading on my lid and then blending out in the crease. I'm good to go if I do that, and it's beautiful. So that is my first. The other 2 shades are from the same brand. They are Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks in the shades Nude Rose and Intense Amethyst. These are 2 different finishes. So Nude Rose is also kind of a rose gold like the Armani, but it's a little warmer and a little deeper, and I just have really enjoyed wearing this in 2020. And Intense Amethyst was a surprise for me. I don't usually go for a lot of purples. I don't know why. The sheen in this is very wearable and very flattering. I'll see if I can find the video where I had this on. I mean, it's just so pretty. Or you can layer it on and have it be a little bit more intense for nighttime. Laura Mercier Caviar 6 are just so easy to color on your lid and then blend out. And these two shades just really stood out to me in 2020. I didn't try too many eyeliners in 2020, I don't think, but this one I did try, and I'm so glad because I love the formula. I mean, I already knew I loved the formula because I do have some other shades, but I love this shade. This is the Marc Jacobs Highliner in the shade Rococo. I want to say my friend Risa told me about this, and that's why I got it. Could be wrong about that. It's been a while, but this is just a really creamy, bronzy shade that doesn't have shimmer in it. It's almost not even evident that it's bronzy because it's got that kind of chocolatey, deep brown tone to it, but it is. It's just got that hint of something special. I'm not even sure if you can tell it's bronzy on the swatch on the back of my hand. I love this. I love the formula. It is budge proof and gorgeous, and I'm so glad that I discovered it. You know, I try different brow products, but in the end, I tend to gravitate towards my favorites unless something just completely knocks my socks off. And this is a product that I have found to be very versatile, very indispensable to me, not just for my brows, but for my hair too. And I think I just put this in an underrated products video. If I didn't, I need to, because it is completely underrated. If it is in that video, I'll link it down below in the description box. If you're on mobile, just click the title below the video. If you're on desktop, just look below that title and you'll see the words show more. And that's how you get to the description box where I'll have all these products as well as what I'm wearing linked for you. This is the Benefit Browsings Pro palette, and this has 4 different shades of brow powder and some waxes and 2 little brushes. I have medium deep. There's also a lighter palette. I love that I can custom mix my brows with this because they do kind of change tones, or they seem to throughout the year. And if I go darker with my hair or lighter with my hair, I've got whatever I need, and I can do my brows really, really quickly with a brush and this brow powder. So I like using this on quick days, but I also like using this powder as a root touch-up. A lot of times when I wear a ponytail, because my hair is darker now, you can kind of see my scalp, and I can take just like a shadow brush and just pat it on areas to make that skin less apparent underneath the hair. I know there are root touch-ups for that, but this works really well. So I have a multi-purpose product. I don't really use the wax as much, but that's okay. I mean, I've got plenty of product here. This has been completely worth the money for me, and I discovered it this year. I kind of wrote it off when I first got it. I didn't use it for a while. Now I'm kicking myself for not using it all that time because it's been a really great product for me. It was really hard to stick to 4 eyeshadow palettes for this video. So I did stick to 4 in kind of a roundabout way, and you'll see what I mean here in a second. So this first one has been just such a great cool toned palette discovery for me this year. This is the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette. I mean, it's just a cool tone neutral dream in my opinion. My only qualm is that ColourPop, you know, things go out of stock and they come back in and you just never know. So if for some reason this is out of stock, you may just have to check back. But this is the companion palette to the Bare Necessities palette. And I don't know when this launched, but I also discovered this in 2020. So this first eyeshadow palette is a package deal. I'm also talking about the Bare Necessities palette because to me, this is one giant palette duo that lives on my vanity because I pull from them all the time. I get entire looks from them. I reach for individual shades. I mean, you've got warm, you've got cool, you've got just neutral heaven right here. And I'm a neutrals girl on an everyday basis. And I mean, these are just 2 great palettes. They're affordable and they're great quality. They had to be in this video because I discovered them in 2020 and they live on my vanity, as do actually all of these palettes. Okay, so I'm only holding up one of these just for demonstration purposes, but I'll show you the shades I wear the most. I have, I think, 8 of these little palettes. These are the e.l.f. bite-size duos. This is in the shade Cream and Sugar. These were just great launches in 2020. And this was actually one of the products that was in my top 10 drugstore purchases of 2020 video that I did very recently. If you haven't seen that, I'll have it linked down below in the description box and up in a card somewhere. These are $3. The quality is great. They're teeny tiny, so they're super affordable. I mean, you can get an entire look from one of these. You can pull from a couple of them if you want. want, but they're super easy to use and convenient, and that is what I love. I have several and use several for different reasons, but the three that I use the most are here on the screen. This was just a fantastic launch from e.l.f. So I was gonna talk about the Natasha Denona Glam palette, and then I realized I use the Mini Glam palette and Mini Zendo as much as I do this one. I mean, of course, the Glam palette has more versatility just because, I mean, it's a larger palette, but I appreciate how quick and easy it is to use these as well, and how cost effective these are. I mean, these are priced really well for the quality you get. I mean, it's Natasha Denona quality in these palettes, and they're 25 bucks. I reach for these all the time, and I love that I can get everyday looks, I can get evening looks, I can get super special looks, or go totally matte, whatever I want to do. I feel like this is kind of a way to get an elevated neutral look. I feel like as the year has gone on, these have just been reached for over and over and over for a reason, and they were just great discoveries in 2020. So this palette, I did not think was going to be in this video. I was assessing everything, and then I realized exactly how much I've actually been using this palette since I got it. I mean, it's just a pretty plain palette, but it's super functional, and sometimes that's what ends up making the cut because it ends up being used the most. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Super Nudes Easy Eye Palette. I know, I mean, it's just kind of boring, right? It's just all matte or satin. I'm not sure exactly what she says the formula is. I feel like they are satin matte because they are super flattering on the eye. Sometimes I find mattes to be a little chalky looking, and they can be kind of aging. These are definitely not like that. They glide on beautifully. They wear a long time. It is what I have on my eyes today. I mean, I can get a great neutral look from this palette, and I can line with that black really easily. They blend out beautifully, but they don't muddy up and blend into each other so that you end up with just this blob of brown, you know? But I do just reach for this a ton. One of my most functional palettes was the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette, and it's been discontinued. They do have the second one that's a little cooler toned, but it was more neutral slash warm, and I feel like this kind of fits that hole for me. Like I said, I wasn't planning on putting this in this video, but I really have been enjoying and re-inspired to do matte looks because of this palette. I mean, I usually throw a shimmer on the lid, and here I am with some matte going on. I'm not quite sure what's happening, but it's been a good thing. I do just want to give a quick shout out about the 2020 repackaging of the Persona Identity palette, one of my favorite palettes of all time. You know, this isn't a 2020 palette, it's not new, but they repackaged it to where it's plastic instead of cardboard, and it's got a nice full mirror in here. It's just sturdier and a lot nicer with the packaging. My older cardboard packaging got really dirty. This was a nice surprise. This was just kind of a bonus I wanted to throw in here. And there were some great palettes this year and great launches, and I wanted to put everything in this video, but I really just wanted to keep it to 3 or 4 products per category if possible. I absolutely stand by all of the favorites that I talked about throughout the year. If you enjoyed this video, you will love my yearly favorites playlist because I have my best of lips, best of foundations, best of primers for 2020, all kinds of great videos in there that you can catch up on. Be sure you're subscribed so you don't miss future content from me. I have lots more good stuff coming in December. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!